and reigned 17 years. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, and followed the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who had made Israel sin. He did not depart from them. So like normal, he's following the footsteps of the other kings. And he's going down the wrong path. And he did not depart from them. Then the anger of the Lord arose against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of Hazael, king of Syria, and into the hands of Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, all their days. So Jehoahaz pleaded with the Lord, and the Lord listened to him, for he saw the oppression of Israel, because the king of Syria oppressed them. Then the Lord gave Israel a deliverer, so they escaped from under the hands of Syria, and the children of Israel dwelled in their tents as before. So here he is, Jehoahaz, and he pleads to the Lord. Before this, he was worshiping Baal, and all of a sudden he remembers what the Lord is the one who delivered him before. So he takes the time and he prays to God, and guess what? He delivers them, and he saves them. It shows you, even if we're doing bad and we're living the wrong life, if we do go and ask God for forgiveness, what does he do? He gives us that forgiveness, don't he? He wants us to come to him. He wants us to ask for that forgiveness. And even though he done wrong in the sight, the Lord gives him a chance, don't he? But in verse 5 it says, nevertheless they did not depart from the sins of the house of Jeroboam, who had made Israel sin, but walked in them. The wooden images also remained in Samaria. For he left the army of Jehoahaz only 50 horsemen, 10 chariots, 10,000 foot soldiers, for the king of Syria had destroyed them and made them like the dust at threshing. Now the rest of the act of Jehoahaz, all that he did, and his might, are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Jehu rested with his father, and they buried him in Samaria. Then Jehoshaphat, his son, reigned in his place. So now, since all this, what did God do? He knocked our army down, didn't he? Israel had a great army. But now it's real small, because he only has 50 horsemen, 10 chariots, and only 10,000 soldiers. That's not many. Not compared to what Israel used to have. So in verse 10, Jehu reigned in Israel in 37 years of Joshua, king of Judah. Jehoahaz, son of Jehoahaz, became king over Israel in Samaria, and he reigned 16 years. He did evil in the sight of the Lord. He did not depart from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. He made Israel sin, but walked in them. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoahaz, all that he did in his might, with which he fought against Absalom, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Jehoshaphat rested with his father, and Jeroboam sat on his throne, and Jehoshaphat was buried in Samaria. So they still haven't learned, have they? Even after they're delivered, what do they go back to? They go right back to the sin the next king does. But in the next section here, we haven't heard from Elijah since chapter 9. The last time we heard about Elijah was whenever he sent one of his guys to tell the king that he was going to pass away, didn't he? That's the last time we heard about him. Now he's back in again. Elijah, he became sick with illness of which he would die. Then Jehoahaz, the king of Israel, came down to him and wept over his face and said, "O my father, this chariot of Israel, and their horsemen." And Elijah said to him, "Take your bow and some arrows." So he took him a bow and some arrows. So here he is. He's really sick. He's about ready to pass away, isn't he? He's really weak. And when the king comes to him, he wants him to, he knows Elijah, what he's done in the past, doesn't he? So he's looking for him to help them. But first, so Elijah told him to get a bow, some arrows. So he took him a bow and arrows, some arrows. Then he said to the king of Israel, "Put your hand on the bow." So he put his hand on it, and Elijah put his hand on the king's hands. And he said, "Open the east wing," and he opened it. And Elijah said, "Shoot." And he shot. He said, "The arrows of the Lord deliverance, and the arrow of deliverance from Syria. From you must strike the Syrians in Aphis until you have destroyed them." Then he said, "Take the arrows." So he took them. And he said to the king of Israel, "Strike the ground." So he struck it 3 times and stopped. And the man of God was angry with him and said, "You should have struck it 5 or 6 times. Then you would have struck Syria until you had destroyed it. But now you will strike Syria only 3 times." And Elijah died, and they buried him in raiding bands from Moab, invaded the land in the springs of the year. So here's the king, and he tells him, "Take the arrow and shoot it to the east." Then he tells him to strike the arrows to the ground. But before this was actually prophesied, he told the king in another spot to use all the arrows. So he's really mad that he didn't go and use all the arrows. He only used 3 of them, didn't he? So Elijah told him, "You're only going to beat Syria 3 times. That's it." And then Elijah dies. So as they were burying a man, they suddenly spied a band of raiders, and they put the man in the tomb of Elijah. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elijah, he revived and stood on his feet. Israel recaptures cities from Syria, and Hazael, king of Syria, oppresses Israel all the days of Jehoahaz. So here he is. They take a Moab guy, right? They put him in Elijah. What happens? As soon as he touches the boat, he becomes alive. You know, if you go down and listen to the guys about this, everybody is talking about it, they think this is a sign what God's trying to say. It isn't Elijah that's done it. It's actually through me. Even though he's dead, God can still work miracles, can't he? How many times we have people in our lives, they pass away, but what they taught us doesn't come back to us? Don't we remember? It's a light to us even later on, isn't it? But the Lord was gracious to them. He had compassion on them and regarded them because of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He would not yet destroy them and cast them from his presence. Now, Hazael, king of Syria, died. Then Bahad, his son, reigned in his place. And Jehu, the son of Jezreel, captured from the hands of Benhadad, the son of Hazael, the city which he had taken out of the hands of Jehoahaz, his father by war. 3 times Jehoahaz defeated him and recaptured the cities of Israel. So he actually beat Syria 3 times. As we stop here, you know, this is a reminder to us. You know, God has things for us to do. If we're willing to repent, no matter how bad we are, we will be saved. God's going to be there for us. He's going to take us through it. There's no sin is too bad that He won't forgive us. And also, we need to follow what He has to say, don't we? God puts things in there we have to learn. We have to obey them, or we're going to pay the consequences. And we also know through this that, like with Elisha, that God's still working through him. He even works through people even after they're gone. God's the one that does the work, not them, isn't it? Let's go to prayer.